Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. Hello to all my usual viewers. Hello to anyone who's new that's checking us out for the first time. Please feel free, come in, take a seat. If you've ever been curious about a vegan lifestyle, or maybe you just want some plant-based recipes, this is the place for you. First of all, big shout out to all my viewers who are trying to go vegan this month, or maybe they're just trying to add more plant-based food into their lives. I am so proud of every one of you for being open-minded enough to try something different. I've spoken to quite a few of you who are having a lot of success. You're enjoying the food. And along the thoughts of food, I decided today I was craving pasta. I don't actually have a recipe. I've kind of formulated one up in my mind that I'm going to share with you. But it's going to be a lemon tahini arugula pasta. Now you can substitute spinach or any type of green that you like. But I have found that one of the questions that people ask me is, how can I get more protein in my food? So we're going to talk a little bit more about that. But first of all, we're going to get started with our recipe. I'm just going to be using a simple spaghetti. Nothing fancy. I have a container of arugula. And I have my friend tahini. So, I also got some baby Bella mushrooms because I think they'll be delicious in there. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about cleaning our mushrooms. When you clean your mushrooms, you could run them underwater, but mushrooms are like a sponge and they will absorb the water, which can then cut down on the flavor. So all I do is wet like a paper towel, and I'm just going to wipe them off really good. Because you're going to notice quite a bit of dirt comes off of them because they grow in the ground. Now when I clean my mushrooms, guys, and I wipe them off, I just go ahead and pop out the little stem that's in them. You don't have to. You can cut that stem up and you can cook with it right now if you want to. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to save it until later for broths and soups and things because I don't particularly want it in this. So we're going to finish these, slice these up, and get them cooking. Okay, so our mushrooms are all sliced up. I knew I didn't have to show you that. You're probably better at slicing and much more professional than I am. I don't know about you guys, but I love to watch worst cooks in America. But I know for a fact that Anne Burrell would color my whole hand red. And I think of that every time I'm cutting something anymore. So we're just going to put them, I didn't put anything in the pan. I didn't add any oil. I didn't add any butter. You can if you want to. I'm going to skip the salt because the salt brings the moisture out. And I don't really want them to do that. I'm going to wait until I season the whole dish. So now all we're going to do is we're going to cook. And then we'll talk about what we're going to do next. I know the last time we talked, guys, we talked about how we react during stressful times. When I get really, really upset, every single time I revert back to bad habits and things that I know are not the best for me. I don't remember where I was weight-wise the last time I told you what I weighed. I'm at 189 right now. I may have been there before. I have gained and I had to lose what I had put on. But if you're facing that right now, and it's because things have been really, really stressful and we're living through a pandemic and people don't have their jobs and they don't have money for food and their housing and things, man, you're not a failure. That's not the case. You're just reacting to excessive stress in your life. You can do this. I still have faith in you. Reach out to me. I will help you in any way that I can. I am not a perfect example. That's why when I gain weight, I'm going to get on here and I'm going to say, look, I messed up. I messed up. It's not the end of the world. I'm still 40 pounds lighter than I was when I started, so I'm not going to beat myself up over that. But if it's happened to you guys, it's okay. It's a new year. It's a new day. We can start this all over again. If you find yourself suffering, and I'm not a mental health expert by any means. I'm not a professional in that field. I only base things on how I react to things. But if there's anything that's causing you stress that you don't have to have in your life, get rid of it. If social media is causing you distress, when you look at it every day and you see things, just walk away from it. Nearly 3 weeks ago, I just deactivated my Facebook because I just did not like the tone of it anymore. And I'm going to be honest with you, that has made a big difference in how I felt. Take care of yourselves first. Okay? Now our mushrooms are just about ready. What I like to do is when I'm at the end of cooking that, because I don't really like complicated, I have this arugula, which I absolutely love. If you've never tried it, it's got a peppery, spicy taste to it, which I really love. So now I'm coming to you very lopsided, but you know what? If my videos went smooth, you would think that it was somebody else in my place. I'm just gonna take it and I'm gonna put it in here because you don't really have to cook it. I just want to wilt it down. I stuck it right on top of the mushrooms, guys. And all I'm gonna do is pop this lid on for just a minute and I'm gonna wilt it down. I don't like for things to be complicated or hard for you because everybody's busy. Nobody has time, well, for the most part, to be cooking gourmet meals when they're trying to work and raise their children and everything. So I'm trying to show you some things that are a little on the easier side. So we're gonna let this wilt down, reboil, which I'm not sure that's a word, a real word, but I'm gonna say it's a word. We're gonna reboil our water and then we'll put it all together. Okay guys, I just took the pasta off the stove. That's why it's steaming. And what I'm gonna do is my arugula and mushrooms are still in the pan. I'm just gonna take them. I'm gonna put them in like this. And then I'm going to mix my tahini. Now what I ended up doing, what tasted good to me was, I put in 1.5 ounces of tahini and I put in 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. If you have fresh lemons, that's great. That's always a really good way to go. But I didn't have fresh lemons, so I keep lemon juice on hand, and I put a tablespoon of plant-based milk in it. So it kind of makes like a paste, which I just got that paste all over my floor. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna mix it up. Because it's still hot in my pan. I'm just gonna mix and mix and mix. I'm gonna get my tongs, I think that might make it easier. Maggie, you gonna come in here and say hello? Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're just gonna mix and mix and mix and mix and mix. I don't know if you remember one of our first videos, I told you to get you some mushroom powder. Well, that's what I'm gonna put in this now. Hi, baby. I'm gonna put in some mushroom powder and do that for how salty you want. What you looking for? Are you looking for a snack? What has Mama got for a snack for you? You want a carrot? Sorry guys, but when the princess wants a carrot, I gotta stop what I'm doing. Come here, come here. Come here, get some carrot. So want some carrot? Here you go. Take your carrot. You want something better than a carrot? You are being picky. Oh, you being picky. Okay, let me get a cookie. Be right back. Take number 2. Come here. Come here. Come here, baby. So one cookie, is that better than a carrot today? Give me cheese. All right. Yes, that is really how it goes in this house. God, I was strict. I was a strict parent, but I am so not a strict pet parent. Okay, if you want, when you mix your tahini, you can add a little olive oil to yours. I don't want the calories from it. I'd rather eat more food than have olive oil. Personal preference. I'm also going to put a sprinkling of these Italian seasonings in here just because I like that. And also something that I found at Christmas is it's a pepper company, the Flatiron Pepper Company, but there's nothing in here but pepper. There's no artificial ingredients, so I'm going to use some of the sweet heat. You do not have to add any heat to yours, but I'm going to add a little bit to mine, and I'm going to mix it. And remember, any kind of green you want. You like mushrooms, use them. If you don't like mushrooms, don't add them. Don't be afraid to try around with flavors. That was one of the ways that I learned how to cook, is I went through a lot of bad stuff before I got good. And right now, I still do that. Not even gonna lie. All right, I'm gonna get a little bowl, and I'm gonna give this a taste and see how we did with our on-the-fly recipe. That's nice. When you combine that tahini, which is just a sesame paste, it's made from sesame seeds, you add a little bit of Italian herbs, the lemon, the mushroom powder. It's delicious. It's really good, guys. And this is something you can make, and if you leave the pepper out, unless you got kids that love spicy, just put regular black pepper in. You got a really easy meal you can throw together anytime. You want to add some extra protein to this, open up a can of white beans. It's not any simpler than that. Just a simple old can of white beans. I drain them first, add them to this. So when we talk about adding protein, realize the pasta has protein, the arugula has protein, the mushrooms have protein, the tahini has protein. If you use a plant-based milk, it's got protein. But I'm going to show you some other vegan sources of protein, which number one is beans. I don't advocate the use of a lot of processed food. I think if you use some, there's nothing wrong with it because we keep some on hand. But here's some of my favorites. You got the Beyond Beef crumbles. Here's Gardein crumbles. Here is some Beyond Meat, the sausage. I gotta grab something out of my freezer. I would say to you that one day I'm gonna be really prepared, but I'm not gonna lie to you, so we're just not gonna say that. Okay? Here's a great one. This is just egg. You can get it in liquid form. You can get it in this square form. It's kind of like a McDonald's Egg McMuffin. You can make your own, put them in the freezer. The Impossible Burger, which to me, the Impossible is by far the best one there is. With the exception of Dr. Prager's, which I don't have a pack of right now. Here's something you can get at Trader Joe's. Guys, look at this. This is chickenless mandarin orange morsels. This tastes like Chinese takeaway. Tempeh, it's a soy product, but it's very delicious. Here are some vegan smoked chicken drumsticks, came from the Asian market. Here's Beyond Meat sausage. Now what my daughter does is she takes this, she takes these and the Dave's English muffins, she makes her own breakfast, freezes them and heats them up every day. There are lots and lots of ways to get protein. So don't get hung up on there's not, and you do not have to do it with processed food. Beans are a great source. But remember, your plants have protein too. Remember, the biggest animals in the world, gorillas and elephants, they live on plants, guys. They don't die of protein deficiency. Do not be afraid to eat pasta and rice and things like that. Whole wheat is a better choice, but there's nothing wrong with that. I've lost my 40 pounds eating all the carbs that I need to eat. I do not check my carbs ever. Like tonight when I have this, I'm not worried about how many carbs are in it. I'm just counting my calories. Okay, guys, it was great to see everyone. If you're a regular here, thank you for the support. I really, really love you guys. I hope everyone's doing well. If you're new, please like, please subscribe, please comment. I love it when there are comments. And if you can think of anyone to share this with, if you have questions, ideas, suggestions, please do. I've got a new product that I'm fixing to do a video on that I think everybody's going to love. And you know what? I will see you guys soon. Bye.